Hello, my friends. Welcome to yet another episode of Thanks I Had a Podcast. Our guest today is Mark DeJoy. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
No connection problems this time.
None.
We can hear you clearly. You don't have a CGI lisp this time.
Oh my god.
I worried by pointing it out before, like maybe no one would have noticed, but I was paranoid that people would think you have a lisp. Not that there's anything wrong with having a lisp, but the fact is that you don't have one.
You just don't want it inserted.
Yeah. Again, I'm not anti-lisp, but it's not true. It just wouldn't be true. It wouldn't be faithful representation of Mark DeJoy. Jeff, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Something that a microphone cannot help me with is my monotone voice, so I feel like maybe having a lisp and being more animated with my tone would be preferable, but here we are.
I never realized that about you. You have a monotone voice. You're a musician. You would think that you would have a musical voice.
Yeah, I kind of joke with myself that that's why I like singing so much, because it's like I don't get to feel any sort of animation from my normal vocalization, so it's fun to like be more expressive with like your singing.
It's a vacation from monotony.
Yeah, I was a substitute teacher when I was like just out of college, and the kids would always make fun of me for my voice.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Which I mean, I thought was fine. You know, like it was a fun way to like go back and forth with them and like make them realize that you can like joke around with them. But it never really occurred to me before. And kids are obviously going to pick up on like whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess teaching children would make you realize all of your flaws that you didn't know. Right?
Yeah, quickly.
They don't mind at all pointing it out.
I mean, admittedly, I did mostly like elective classes, like just like art or music, or man, I wish I got to do like a gym class, but I feel like they didn't let me do the gym class for some reason. That would have been the most fun. But they're already like kind of amped up and ready to be silly when they're in those classes. It's not
Right.
doing like math or history or anything.
Yeah. How was your week?
My week was great as well. I went to see a concert at the Paramount last night.
Nice.
Waxahachie and MJ Lenderman.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
So they're both, I guess it's hard to say how big things are because there's just so many musicians nowadays that nobody can know. But I feel like MJ Lenderman, they're both like kind of like Americana. Waxahachie might even be like kind of alternative country.
Okay.
But she's got like a beautiful voice. It was actually like a really toned down show energy wise compared to what I was expecting. I didn't realize that she was like 7 or 8 months pregnant.
Oh, wow.
So she was like, they did it all acoustic. It was just him and her sitting up there with acoustic guitars. And they do have a couple songs together, so it was kind of fun to like hear them sing together and sing those songs, but then they also would like kind of go back and forth doing like one of his songs, then do one of her songs. So the whole thing was really unique and it felt kind of special, honestly.
That does sound special.
They covered like a Jayhawk song at the end and a couple other songs that I didn't know, but that was really cool. I will say that I feel like it should be illegal for that many white people to be in a room together. But, you know, like any more than like, because it's like 1,000 people, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like this is like really monochrome.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it was a real like acoustic sad guy type of deal. Her songs are a little bit more lively, and she's got some really fun lyrics. I guess he does too. He's kind of silly sometimes with his lyrics too, but it was just really like, I don't know. I wanted to rock, you know.
Okay. I had that same thought once at the Paramount when I went to see Sufjan Stevens. Like, everyone here is white. Every single person
for
here.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's homogenized.
Right.
Yeah, like milk.
Yeah, I don't know why that makes me feel uncomfortable, but something about it does.
Because we're self-loathing white people. I don't know. Like, you just start to notice, and I think maybe it's wokeness, right? Like, you grow up not noticing when you're in a room full of white people. That's the default for many white children and families, and then you start to notice more and more, like, hey, wait a minute.
I mean,
Maybe
it's
it's-
also that we're all just like sitting down and just kind of like contemplating the music, you know, and it just kind of feels like, I know that not all music or like performances have to be like joyful and like, you know, full of like movement and excitement, but I think that like it's just a different thing that we as white people seek out, to just sit here and be like, oh,
Culturally.
what an emotion I'm feeling right now, you like this is so profound, or like the song structure is so unique, the way he uses those chords and his melodies, and it's like we sit there and contemplate it instead of just being like, yeah, we're at a concert, this is great,
Dancing,
like let's dance and like hang out and like be joyful. So it seems silly when everybody's sitting down listening to somebody like lean over their guitar. And
depends on the flavor of white people. Like I certainly don't come from a cut and a rug genre of white people, but I feel like, if you're going down to like a hoedown or something, there's people dancing. Go down to West Virginia, I think the temp will be different than downtown Seattle, Washington.
Well, I guess that's kind of what I was hoping for, because MJ Lenderman's actually like a pretty incredible guitar player, like on the electric guitar too. Like he rips, and like I've seen Waxahachie in the past, and like with a full band, it's also like it's kind of like pop country alternative, and it's like a little bit more like gritty, and it's like it's a little bit more raw. But then with the acoustic guitar, it's just like everything's, you're just sitting there being like, wow, this is so beautiful.
Mark, have you ever heard of any of these artists?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, for sure. That's
it. No comment.
Well, I'm not super familiar with MJ Lenderman. I just know who that is. I've heard Waxahachie, and it's good. It's good stuff.
Waxahachie sounds very Floridian, like Chattahoochee. Isn't that
Oh
also,
yeah.
Like just the cadence. It sounds like a tribal name, and it sounds like Floridian.
She's from Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah, she's kind of like, she's like a Midwest angel, honestly. Like her voice, it just kind of reminds me of like in like Oh Brother Where Art Thou, when they're doing like the sirens in the river or whatever. It's like if they were all her voice, it would have been like unbearably beautiful.
Okay,
But she's just got this like slight like twang, and like it's powerful, but it's also like very gentle, and it still has like a lot of personality. It's not just like this like ethereal thing. So I'm into it. I think she's a really great artist. She's like what Taylor Swift fans like think Taylor Swift is. Like not to bag on all of Taylor Swift's stuff, because I think for a while there she had a thing going on, especially like kind of like early midway through her career. But it's just gotten so played out, and I feel like conspiracy theory, I think she actually has just been having AI write her music in like an experiment to see like if humans will tolerate that, because she has such a back catalog where it's like I would honestly expect a computer to be able to do that, to be like, here are like the first 4 Taylor Swift albums, can you just make this artist continue to happen in perpetuity?
Yeah, I'm sure that has the ability. She used to write what I thought, it's not my genre at all, it's not what I rock out to, but I remember hearing people talk about Taylor Swift and being like, oh god, fuck off, and then listening to some of the stuff she wrote as a teenager and being like, this is actually skilled songwriting.
Oh no, there's for sure a reason that she's like very, very famous. Like I can't sit here and say that she hasn't written like, I would say like kind of timeless songs. Like I think some of the songs are really, really good, but I think that the quality has just it's degraded. She seems more interested in being a celebrity now than being.
She's busy.
Yeah.
Mark, what's your take on Taylor Swift? I don't care. Yeah.
I don't really have a Taylor Swift take, other than it's really not for me, and it's very formulaic, and I think that's...
It's not for middle-aged men, that's true. It's not written for you. Yeah. How was your week?
It was good. I went to No Call No Show last night, which was at Streamline Tavern, and a collaboration with Garzone.
Yeah, I was supposed to go, and I just had too much work. I was going to go. Yeah.
Anytime he's slinging that carne asada fried rice,
I saw that.
You got to be there. It made me think about what a banger that dish is, and I both wish he would serve it more, and also 100% understand why he doesn't, because that's the hit that the band doesn't want to have to play every night. Right.
It smells like Teen Spirit. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's in my contract. I'm forced to play this. I hate it now. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I got a what was it called? It was like a Salt and Sunshine. Sort of like a mezcal with chartreuse, of course.
Nice.
And I didn't jot down a note of what it was.
Was it good? That's the important part.
Yeah. I also had some 1970s Fernet.
Nice. Cool.
Great. Yeah.
In my mind, I know this isn't true, but because Fernet is so thick, I imagine it being like glue, like gluey Fernet.
Right. Well, it's
50-year-old
really
Fernet.
it's really interesting to taste a spirit that's like a vintage spirit from like, oh, it's this Amaro from the 80s or whatever. Um, it's when I first had something like that. I think it was 1980s Ramazzotti, and I tasted it and I thought, oh, what a drag that this is what Ramazzotti used to taste like. But that, of course, is wrong, right?
Right. Yeah, it's
It's
aged. Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't really age in the sense of, I mean, obviously it's not still in the oak barrel, it's in a glass bottle, but it
Right.
does sort of have like a certain amount of, I would say like a certain amount of reduction happens, like not like
Absolutely.
substantively, but a change occurs, and it's textural, and it's also sort of a mellowing, and different flavors come to the forefront because there's so many flavor elements in Amaro. And so, to your point, Fernet wasn't as as super viscous as you might
Viscous,
imagine
yeah.
it became. It was. I did detect like a slightly fuller body, but it was very slight. It was almost
Okay.
like if you had them side by side, you'd probably be able to tell a bigger difference in the body of it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it just kind of had its whole thing going on, but with like a little bit more subtlety to it, or there was like a roundness to it that
Nice.
fresh Fernet doesn't have. Is
Yeah,
that?
and like ostensibly it's been cared for. It hasn't been like
Yeah.
in the bottom of the ocean in the wreck HMS Terror or something. You know, like it's been
Yes.
refrigerated correctly. And I'm just
Yeah.
imagining like the old wine bottles they pull up from shipwrecks or something. It's not
Yeah.
not
Wasn't
that.
there like a bottle of whiskey that
Or
was
wine or
recovered
something.
from?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Titanic or something like that. And
Maybe.
I might be making that up. It might have been a dream I had.
Did they just have that at the bar, or was that part of like the pop up that they brought like
It
these
was so my
spirits?
buddy Matt Packmeyer, who I brought to Fearn, and you saw him for 1 minute because you were slammed. He runs these pop-ups called No Call No Show,
Okay,
and he's like the president of Chartreuse, and he collects all this interesting liquor from.
right. Because I was gonna say chartreuse is the bottle that's known for like there's a quality to it when it's vintage, and like I think it's the recipes maybe been like a little bit different over the years. I think it does actually go through like kind of a noticeable change over time. So that's kind of the one that everybody talks like, oh, have you had like an old one, or have you had like this year or that year? But I didn't realize Fernet was like the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll leave it to Matt Packmeyer to know, right?
For sure. And he's got lots of vintage chartreuse on offer at No Call No Show too. Yeah, so those are he brings his collection of spirits. He'll usually have a few featured cocktails. It'll usually be a theme. I also went to the last one at Screwdriver the week before, and the theme for that one was blended cocktails. So that was chaotic and great and totally different in terms of the vibe there and the like what they were doing. But yeah, like No Call No Show to me, it's always on a Monday, and so it's always an industry party, and it's also like for food lovers, and expressly not for what I would call foodies. You know what I mean? Like I would make a distinction between a foodie and a food lover, and I guess my definition of a foodie is someone who is very invested in and primarily engages in the culture of having good taste around food. And kind of that's it. They don't really care who makes the food unless there's some prestige associated with that person. Like they'll talk about Michelin stars, James Beard awards, and
But
kind
also,
of
like, they're doing one with Melissa Miranda at Key League at the end of them, or maybe it's the 1st of June. And she's just kind of in their rotating group of chefs that pitch in. Like,
yeah,
she happens to be a celebrated chef, but she's our buddy.
yeah,
And
yeah. She's a celebrated chef, but
yeah,
that's not the point. The point is
yeah.
that we're doing a thing that's
The
kind of
point is, the theme is like
outside of.
corny erotica, and she thought that was funny, so she's doing the erotica themed bites for that pop up. Yeah,
Yeah.
not really James Beard nominated, probably. Um, what we wanted to talk about today was news, and there's a bunch of it since you've last been on, Marco.
Yes.
So much that it is hard to decide where to begin. Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite? Well, I was very excited about Busch Garden announcing that they have named an opening team.
Speaking of no call, no show, because
Yeah, yeah.
the chef is
So,
involved. Yeah.
And Busch Garden, it's been a very long process for them opening. So, I mean, primarily, I was really excited to just kind of get that piece of, oh, it's still going on. It's like imminent, really.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have named as chef Ed Tang and Alicia Davis, and then managing the bar is Carmelita Valenzuela.
Well, I don't know her.
So I'm mostly familiar with, of course, Chef Alicia Davis, who has showed up at No Call No Show events and
Many times,
is
yeah.
super talented. Ed Tang, he used to be at Niho or Nijo. I'm not
I
sure,
don't
how
know.
it's pronounced, but it was a sushi place downtown, off of Spring Street on Post Avenue, and
Okay.
he's done lots of stuff around too. I'm not immediately sure where else he's been other than that, but he's been a lot of other places.
Okay,
It sounds like a
cool.
great team,
Yeah.
and there isn't an opening date per se. I think it's kind of like that classic thing where we're looking for inspections to pass and that, but it's getting close.
Yeah, they announced it like 2 years ago, and I tried
Yeah.
like hell to contact Karen Akaka is the owner, because they're moving into a new building. I emailed them. I tried to send them a Facebook message. I was on Instagram, and I called, and I couldn't get anyone to answer the phone. And I thought, well, maybe they hit a snag. I was trying to write a story about it, and so I'm
Right.
just really excited to see. I thought maybe it was just dead in the water; it wasn't happening. So it's really thrilling to see that it's still alive.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's going to be so good for the international district, especially in terms of having a place that's going to be open later. Uh,
Yeah.
as in, like, that's the plan to be open, I think, past midnight most nights. Um,
Jeff, do you know the lore of Busch Garden?
No, I was going to ask earlier when you were talking about it. I've never heard of that.
So Busch Garden was a Japanese restaurant that opened, I think, in the 50s. And it was swanky at the time.
Yeah.
And people would go there for prom night or for their anniversary. And it was hot shit. And they were doing, like lovely small bites and full plates. But it was also like a cocktail lounge. And they were doing
Yeah.
Asian themed cocktails. I think one of the first places to do Asian themed cocktails in Seattle. There were many Asian restaurants in Seattle at that time, but it was swanky. It was upscale. It was where you went to celebrate, and then fast forward 50 years, and it was kind of a shit ass dive, and it was best known for having karaoke every night, and people getting just marvelously drunk, but like such a party. And people would sing "Jump in the Line," and the conga line would go all the way around the bar, like into the fine dining and back into the bar. Like people, it was very exuberant karaoke, and then it abruptly closed. I'm gonna say 2018, 2017.
yeah, I think it was
Ish.
that classic. The developer bought the building,
Yeah,
and that's that.
and then it just fucking sat there, like
Yep.
nothing. It didn't get developed by the
Yeah,
developer.
yeah.
It just was chilling in shambles. So it was sort of, you'd walk by it, and it still had like the beautiful mid-century sign that said Busch Garden. You'd be like, when? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
thrilling.
That thing is so rampant in Seattle, and obviously not just Seattle, but it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna buy a space, kick everyone out, do your thing, build the thing you're gonna build.
Well, do your
Right.
research first before you kick them out. And
Yeah,
if there's
ideally
some
that.
massive stalling project, let the people stay. It's the same building. They've been operating out of this building that has this, whatever this problem is, for years, ostensibly. Don't kick them out. Like,
Yeah.
get a plan together first.
Yeah, Elvis Presley dined there. Surely the kind of person who would buy a building like that and knock it down cares about Elvis.
Yeah, everyone cares about Elvis. Anyway, it's cool. It's going to be weird that it'll be in a pretty new building, right?
Yeah, it's a I think, very new construction looking aesthetic, at least as
Apartment
far as
building,
on the
yeah.
outside. I don't know. They had that tatami room aesthetic in the original one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to replicate that or if they're just going to kind of be like completely modern, and we'll have to think of this as Busch Garden 2.0.
Sure.
Whatever the case may be, we'll see.
Frankly, because it's so iconic and so legendary, if it's open at all, I don't care. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I'd prefer for it to have the tatami room aesthetic, but like you can add that later once you're open and once you're rolling. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I make a giant exemption for something like this. Like, normally it kind of like singes my nerves when a like really old place moves into a brand new building and the aesthetic of this. It reminds me of Wayne's World when they get picked up by the network and
Yeah.
then there's like someone else doing the theme song and it's like they wrote it. So it's like Wayne's World, party time,
Right.
bump bump, excellent.
Yeah, it's musical now instead of them yelling, and they're like, "Wait a minute, we're not musical." Do you want to talk about the story that you just broke, which, well, I think it was Jeff who broke it, about George and Dragon pub. Jeff, you want to handle that?
Yeah, I literally just went over there for lunch and realized that they got their liquor license taken away.
Like via a sign on the door, yeah?
Well, the owner was in there behind the bar, and
Okay.
I didn't notice anything until somebody came in after me
Yeah.
and was like, "Oh, you don't have any alcohol?" Because I guess there must have been a sign. I was just like, you
Okay.
know, I was chicken sandwich minded. I wasn't really interested in
Right, you're not there to drink anyway.
pounding a beer before the show or ever at that point. But yeah, then he kind of started explaining to the person, you know, reluctantly. I get that it's something that he doesn't want to talk about, but
Right.
it seemed like because there was a violation that happens, and then after that there was like dropped correspondence to the point where like the LCB thought that they were being negligent in dealing with whatever this violation had been. So as a result of that, they were penalized by losing their liquor license. And they've already reapplied or like appealed or
Okay.
whatever, and I hope that they're gonna get it back before the World Cup.
Right, before FIFA, God, their
Yeah.
soccer bar, yeah.
Right. Without knowing what the violation is, I mean, my immediate thought is to just feel like bad for them when that happens, because you know restaurants already have it hard enough, and I just feel like there's a lot of ways stuff like that can go down. There's a lot of ways that the LCB can say that you've committed a violation, so I don't want to jump to any conclusions. But I'll probably go back next week for a sandwich because I'm sure their business is hurting because of that. And
I'm sure
you
they're a
know,
bar, yeah, they're a pub. Yeah.
it's literally my backyard, so I like my
Yeah.
backyard bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that place too. Mark and I have logged some hours there doing karaoke.
Yeah.
In my memory, it's a fairly new couple that owns it, and I point that out because it used to be, it got cleaned up when someone bought it. I don't know, maybe 5, 7 years ago. And I remember that because the bathroom was so fucking disgusting that you could smell it as soon as you walked in the door, and now it's not.
Yeah.
Like, it was the stinkiest bathroom in town. So that's how I remember that it's not the longtime owners, it's new owners, new-ish owners.
Yeah, I think around COVID or like before COVID that changed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It got cleaned up.
It's been the same guys for a while now. I mean, I immediately recognized him as the owner when I came in. Even when I was
Okay.
working at Stampede, like we were close with those guys, and
Oh, okay.
that was a cool relationship.
Yeah.
They seem like really nice guys.
Okay. Is it a couple or just one guy?
I think it's just one guy, and in fact, I think the other guy died.
Oh, no.
I want to say Dan and Jason and are
Okay.
the ones who bought it, and I think Jason. If I know Jason died.
Okay.
Yeah, like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago now, or something like that. So that was really sad. But yeah, Dan
Got
still
it.
has the place.
Well, I wish them well. I remember liking their English breakfast, and then I put a picture of it online, and English people were mad about it for some reason. I don't remember what their quibble was with it, but I thought it was fucking delicious. I'm not English, so like, go to England if you want a super traditional one.
Or stay in England, you know what I mean?
Yeah, stay in. Don't come out here if you're going to
Don't
criticize
quibble-
our fake
don't
English.
quibble over there.
Yeah.
Is the owner English? British?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I have had their English breakfast, and I have never been to England, and I think it's good. I mean, it's basically
I
like,
like
do
it.
you want beans for breakfast or don't you?
Yeah, right.
You know?
I can't remember if they do the grilled tomatoes, but I always enjoy a grilled tomato in my English breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the food there is pretty good for pub food in general. Like, it's not just basic stuff too. So it's worth going there for lunch or like, you know, even dinner.
And we
They
talk
do,
about
like-
or at least I talk about all the time, like community being like a main driver of like whether I care about a place or not. And like
Yeah.
they are the soccer bar. Like I'm sure that there are other places that are in the city that you know do that kind of business. But like I've lived here for 6 years, and like the amount of times that it's just been like electric over there at like
Yeah.
8 in the morning. You know, it's kind of like that's a cool vibe. I don't even like soccer at all, but like
Yeah.
I just think it's cool that a ton of people go over there and they're like screaming and yelling and having a great time, and they just put on a ton of events. So,
Yeah.
good for the neighborhood.
I guess when I think of soccer in Seattle, I think of Rough and Tumble, and I think of George and Dragon and St. Andrews. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, George and Dragon is like the OG soccer bar here.
Yeah,
It's like, to me, it's the longest tenured one, and kind of like there's
for
nowhere
sure.
better to watch the World Cup than there, because it's
I
just
can't imagine
draws, like,
one. Yeah.
such passionate people.
Well, hopes and prayers, thoughts and prayers to them before. When does FIFA start? I don't even remember.
I think it starts in June.
Okay, they got a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, it would have to be a pretty massive violation for them to be out of a liquor license that long. So,
yeah. How long does the liquor license usually take? A few weeks? Do we
yeah,
know?
I have known of some bar owners who have had that situation where they didn't correspond and kind of got like a harsher revocation penalty. I think it was just a week or two, really. And I
Okay.
mean, I mean just
That's a
that.
lot of revenue,
A
lost
lot of
revenue.
lost
Yeah.
revenue, but um, just in terms of I wouldn't expect that to impact their World Cup.
All right. Well, everyone go get an English breakfast for dinner at
Yeah.
George and Dragon. Speaking of St. Andrews, I heard like through the grapevine, and I don't know the story on this, but someone said St. Andrews might be in danger as well. So also go to St. Andrews and get a Scottish. They have a burger. They have a burger with a fried egg on it. And it was like the first place I ever had a fried egg burger, and it blew my mind. I remember the burger being fucking baller. So
I also remember them having a pretty great and affordable Scotch selection too.
yes, they have very good Scotch selection at
That's
St.
kind of
Andrews.
a dark horse, like if you want to get
Yeah.
some Scotch and
Yeah, you're cruising down Highway 99. You don't really want to pull over and get some scotch, but that place is great too. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, there was one other thing that we were going to talk about. Oh, do you want to talk about Cafe Suleiman?
Well, yeah. Let me see if I can get the actual verbatim
Okay.
uh, sign. And
We
that
don't want to
question.
misreport anything.
Yeah.
But the headline is that they're closed.
They are
Yeah,
closed right
they're
now.
closed right now, and it looks like it's a dispute about paying workers.
Okay. I hate to hear
Yeah,
it.
so there was a sign yesterday that said "Closed today and forever until workers are paid what they are owed."
Damn.
Sign the workers.
Oh, so it's not even something the owner put up. I was going to say, like, even the
No.
first sentence of that seems like it's something that a business owner wouldn't write in that way.
Wow.
So
Yeah, exactly.
that's kind of intense.
Yeah,
That is very intense.
yeah,
And
for sure.
I've written before about Ahmad Suleiman being like everyone's favorite. Like everyone knows Suli. Everyone's worked with Suli. He's been in town for at least 20 years. He's just a local fave, and everyone is friends with him. So it must be something really bad, you know? Like it must be a really bad situation for
Yeah,
someone who
and
is generally considered a friend and an ally to
sure,
not be paying
yeah,
his workers. Yeah.
and that just came down yesterday. So I haven't had a chance to ask anyone about it.
Yeah, I know, me neither.
Any
I'm
sort of-
shocked. Yeah.
It is shocking, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Um,
I think of him as a good guy, but this is happening all the time. And I mean, someone you like, you want to assume, oh, like they must have fallen on hard times, or my brain is already making excuses, but like I don't know the story. Like maybe something really nefarious happened. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
concerned. I'm worried. I love that place.
yeah. Likewise, and
Yeah.
yeah. So that's just an early thing right now. I
Breaking
hope
news. Yeah.
hopefully they can right that ship, but
Details will follow.
details will follow for sure.
That, I mean, and then Rain Shadow Meats also didn't get their lease renewed. Like that whole triangle there is in chaos, and Egg
Yeah.
Sluts is in there. I don't know how they're doing, but hopefully bad. Sorry.
It's disappointing because there's like a mall sort of
It is a mall. Yeah.
aesthetic
Yeah.
that is emerging there, and I think Rain Shadow and Cafe Suleiman were major places that staved that off.
Yeah.
But you add Egg Slut,
The Egg
and
Slut controversy.
it starts to feel like, okay, if you have another place in there like that, then this is going to be a little mini mall.
Right. If we lose Suli, and Rain Shadow's gone. Like, who moves in? I don't know. I'm not glad that Rain Shadow is not getting their lease re-upped, but I think they'll be happier not having a landlord who lets the brand new corporate client cover the windows floor to ceiling in their ads, you know? Like, if
It
the writing's
does.
on the wall, if the writing's in the window, then maybe they're better off finding their own indie spot.
Yeah,
So,
it does seem like the kind of thing where it's maybe an opportunity for Rain Shadow to get themselves in a place that is better for them long term too.
yeah,
I don't know. It's sad, but
yeah. I'm gonna try to reach out to Sully and see what's going on. That sucks. I don't like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I dislike it.
Uh,
One thing I wanted to touch on really quick. Are you done? Did you have more to say?
well, I was just going to suggest we could switch to some opening news
Yeah.
because we're getting somber.
Yeah, I know. This isn't the funnest episode. Um, yeah, well, that's the state of restaurants in Seattle in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, as you say, normally we're talking about closings, so let's talk about a lot of openings
yeah,
because there's a ton of them.
yeah. You just wrote an article for Seattle Mag about some of them.
Yeah,
What were
I
some
wrote
of the ones
that
you?
like a couple months ago, so those are a little stale, but yeah, let's talk about them anyway,
Yeah,
just in case nobody knows.
yeah. So what was the one that I thought that you thought was maybe most significant in the article?
Okay. The ones that I have is Balandra, which is the old Robbins,
Oh, right,
um,
right.
which is a brand new. So Balandra is a brand new restaurateur from who grew up in Issaquah, and is starting out. And it's sort of like small plates. I think it's global cuisine, so it's like mostly Mediterranean, but then they'll have a dish from South Africa, that kind of thing. The Rebel, which I know you've been to the Rebel. The Rebel is the old Kate's Pub. Have
Yeah,
we
yeah.
talked about the Rebel on the show yet? I think we have
We
because you
have,
went one week.
yeah, yeah. I was talking about their cheesesteak. I think last time
Yeah,
we were on.
yeah.
I don't often remember what I talked about last time, but
I
I
know,
do
me
remember
neither. That's why I had to go get the issue. Ka Bar, which is on Capitol Hill on 12th and Pine.
caw
They're
bar, like the sound a crow makes.
Kahbar. K, sorry, let me say that again. Kha-bar.
Oh, okay.
It's the old soju. The woman who bought it is also a Kathak dancer. She's from India. And
Wow.
they're doing lamb tacos, fried soft shell crab, like it's Bengali curry, like gingery Bengali style curry.
Oh, yes. I actually walked by this place a couple days ago, and I was
Oh,
like, "What
really?
is this?"
It's I think it's starting as a restaurant and they're developing a separate bar menu as well. So
Hmm.
they're doing
Yeah,
Bengali style bites and drinks. Bayana I put in here, but Bayana's not quite open yet. That's
yeah,
Brazilian
yeah,
food in the market, which I'm very excited about.
yeah. Me
With
too.
Emmy Ribeiro Collins, who I chatted with a little bit online. I think she's going to open any second. Like she's supposed to be open May 1st. She had to push it
Yeah,
again. So
yeah. I think I don't know what the delay is. I think she might be waiting on some inspections, or maybe something took a little bit longer to put together.
isn't that always the way, right? Like
Yeah, it's funny because she
can't
posted on
predict.
Instagram this very kind of it was very sweet because she was talking about how like she feels like she's let people down and she's not able to open what she said she would. And I'm kind of like,
No.
oh my gosh, this happens to everyone. You're fine.
Yeah,
You
literally
know, like
everyone. You
everyone's
can't predict it. Yeah.
yeah, everyone just wants you to open and thrive. You know, it's
Hmm.
you don't have a due date for anyone.
Right. And then Blue Willow is the Tiger folks. This is on Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
They're doing like more of a dinner spot, like Sichuan inspired stuff. Like
Hmm.
they're doing sweet and spicy baby back ribs. They're doing crispy eggplant with a honey crisp cumin glaze,
Yeah, that's
honey
good.
walnut
I'm gonna be
prawn
there
buns.
excited.
Like that sounds pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's in
And
the
then,
former stateside space.
oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, great.
And what I'm curious about is if they're also taking over for national or the for
Right.
national spot.
Yeah, I would love to
Which,
know that.
yeah, I couldn't ascertain that when I was
I
there.
can figure that out. They
Yeah.
only give me like 100 words for these blurbs, so I'm like, don't care. Like I talked about the food and where it is now. Gotta move on.
Right.
And then tacos comida, which we've talked about on the
Yeah.
pod before, and that Angolan place, Queen Nzinga, which I've
Yeah, I'm
mentioned
so
before, which I
curious
still haven't
about
tried.
that.
I want to get a group together to go try the Angolan place. I think that's it for this. Do you have any other openings?
Yeah, so Stacked Sandwiches is open inside Montana Badlands in Lower
Oh,
Queen
right.
Anne. And
And that's Sarah Monson?
yep, that was her pop-up for many years. I think she paused that pop-up to work at Cornelli
Okay.
and is leaving Cornelli to do this. This is going to be so. In their post, it said 4 p.m. till late, Monday through Sunday. So
Okay.
that's every day, right?
That's
Unless
every
I'm,
single day.
yeah, yeah. So that's. I think that solves the kitchen there. Maybe it's been sort of a moving target for that space.
Yeah, I don't even remember who was there last, but I don't think they lasted very long. So
Yeah, it was Noches en Oaxaca,
that's right.
which is also the kitchen at Nacho Baracho.
Okay.
But this location, they were doing more bar snack stuff and less Mexican,
Okay.
less taco type stuff. Although I think they did have some tacos, but there was also like chicken wings and whatnot.
Do we know what kind of sandwiches Stacked is doing?
They are very bodacious. I don't have the immediate like menu
Okay, don't worry about it.
with
We
me.
can go there and find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Listeners can go there and find out
Listeners
for
can go there.
themselves.
Yeah.
Do the legwork.
In similar sandwich news, Sandwich Saga is opening up in Black Cat.
Right, we
And
talked about that. Yeah.
yeah, and actually is there as of this podcast airing. They're starting
Awesome.
tomorrow,
Great.
and that's sort of an ever-changing menu too. But they have this chicken sandwich. It's fried chicken with I think Kewpie mayo and shredded cabbage, and it's on sort of like a Japanese milk bread kind of thing.
Okay.
Uh, Super juicy and great. I
Yeah.
really liked his Italian beef. I don't know if he's going to be doing the Italian beef there though. I think it just kind of remains to be seen.
Does he kind of just dream up sandwiches and add them
Yes.
randomly? So
Yeah,
it could be anything.
I think he's probably going to suss out what Black Cat that clientele wants and
Yeah.
maybe build something sort of consistent there. But when he was at Fair Isle, he was kind of just he's kind of freestyling it like every week. Had some of the most delicious vegetarian sandwiches I've ever tried there, and so
Okay.
I hope he still does that. But then again, you got to do what sells in the space you're in. So
Right. Yeah.
will the stuff that I loved at Fair Isle do the same sales at Black Cat? I don't know. That's
Do other people love what you love? That's the
yeah.
question in life. And then we were talking about Kaku Renbo also, which is the folks from Onibaba and Tsukishinbo, neither of which I've ever been to, but it's more sushi, yeah?
Yeah.
Like slightly more casual sushi?
No, I think it's actually fairly similar to Tsukishimbo,
Okay.
at least from reports I've heard. I haven't gone there yet. They opened, I think April 9th was their first day, sort of soft open. And I think they're in full swing now. But yeah, that's another one. They first announced opening up, God, I think in like 2022.
Yeah, long time
It
ago.
took a really long time to get everything up and running. I think there was some unforeseen building issues, and then when you repair the building issue, now it has to be inspected and that
Yep.
kind of thing. So I was very glad to see them pull across the finish line.
Yeah, very
And-
exciting. I want to stop in.
Yeah, me too. It's,
Oh, also, Sinner's Pizza has opened on the Ave in the old Supreme, which
Yes.
is the original Pagliacci location. I like to joke that that place can only be pizza because they have the tile on the front on the facade that has the little pizza slices, pepperoni pizza slices on the front. So it's more pizza. It looks, as Mark pointed out earlier, a little bit like a strip club. Like the sign is very lascivious looking. You said you looked up
Sinners.
the rating, and it was not high for the reviews. Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, I I just looked. Not that I put any stock in Google reviews, but I
Sure.
was sort of surprised to see how low it was for pizza. I mean, normally
Yeah.
you can easily, even the worst. I mean, even the most mediocre pizza will top a 4.0. But,
Yeah, I mean,
But-
they're open till 2. If they're serving food until 2, it probably doesn't matter because they're on the Ave and the students are probably going to eat it anyway, right?
Right, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, I haven't tried it for myself. I don't generally give a shit about Google reviews anyway, so it's
Yeah.
a little bit weird quoting that, but
I wonder how it rates against Raising Cane's.
ugh,
Like the bar is low for late night food on the Ave, so
that's very true. Yeah, you don't have a lot of competition. I
yeah.
remember it's long gone now, so I feel all right about saying this, but the worst pizza I've ever had in my life was on the Ave, and it was
Okay.
further up. It was called Pizza Ragazzi,
Oh yeah, that is
and
bad pizza.
that was like that
Yeah.
cheese was like if Bubble Yum made a mozzarella flavor, and like they just chewed some of that and put it on the pizza. Like it would not break down. It had barely any flavor.
Okay.
Uh, it was the worst pizza
Yeah, it
ragazzi.
wasn't nice. It was expensive too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I miss Supreme. I think Supreme is good pizza. They still have the
yeah.
West Seattle location,
Hmm.
but I like it. Just felt kind of shitty and grotty in there, so I enjoyed it.
Well, I don't want to give any credence to the Google reviews either, but I kind of like scrolled through them just now, and it does
Yeah.
seem like the reason that it's rated low, which it is rated at a 3.8, which I'll agree is like pretty low for anything. Among a lot of the 5-star reviews, just saying like, yeah, the pizza's great. The 1-star reviews are almost exclusively because of customer service, and it seems like people are claiming that they're like understaffed or like they had a bad experience or whatever. So.
Interesting.
I feel like that stuff can change really easily. You know, you can also just like hire enough people or like staff
Right.
differently or like, you know, kind of
Yeah.
streamline your whole process, but doesn't necessarily mean the pizza is garbage. There are reviews saying like they're like underwhelmed by the pizza and that it's like not worth the hype, but like I feel
Okay.
like don't get hyped up by a
The
pizza
hype.
place in the first place.
The
Yeah, like
hype.
what's the hype? Yeah.
What? Yeah.
There is some pizza. That's the hype.
Yeah.
I mean, is it still operating as a dive bar in the back, like Supreme was? Because when it was Pagliacci, it didn't really have a bar; it just had a back room
Yeah,
area.
exactly.
So if they still have that, shitty little bar, not shitty, but like
Divey.
grotty, sticky countered bar, which I loved with the
Yeah.
pleather, red pleather seats. Who cares, right? If you can get a drink and a slice on the Ave, I'm sure people will go.
Yeah.
So, oh, you said it's the Have a Heart guy. That was the other thing I wanted to
I
mention.
believe so.
The weed store tycoon
Weed store tycoon.
expanding into pizza.
I mean, I feel like it's a natural progression.
It
It
is,
is
yeah.
synergistic.
It's yeah, it's that's some synergy right there. Yeah.
Synergistic pizzeria. That's the name of the episode. Oh yeah, there's also Win Feng noodles, which is like 50th and 12th. Kind of like oldsters like me will remember Chaco Canyon, the vegan place
Yeah.
that was across the street from Full Tilt, which is also not there. It would be a block west toward the library. Anyway, they opened. It's in the bottom of a condo. They have a location in Bellevue. It is Guilin style Chinese noodles. I was looking at the menu. There seem to be some intestines in several dishes. I think it's maybe a very specific style of cuisine, but the noodles did look good. Like I might check it out. I don't normally love organ meats, but there were a few things that I might be interested in trying. So
Yeah.
that's a style of food that I don't know anything about.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I know you usually update the U District map
Yes.
for eaters, so maybe we should go check it out.
Yeah,
Or maybe you should
absolutely.
go
And
since
I'm
you're on that
always yeah, I'm always
occasionally.
hoping for a place that's off the Ave too, just to kind of
Yeah,
give some variety to the geography of that. So it's not a
right.
straight line, but
Totally. Yeah.
so I mean that it would be helpful for me if the place is good. Or
Yeah. One little news item, which it's a little stale, but I recently learned that Eater is for sale because Vox Media Group, which owns Eater, is parting out all of their brands, like Chop Shop style, and just selling them off, selling all their organ meats off.
yeah,
And so I'm a little concerned, and I suppose you write for Eater more than I do, Mark. What are your feeling? Like it could go any way.
yeah, it really could. It's one of those things. In a way, I kind of see it a little bit like how we were talking about Rain Shadow Meats going to a different place, and that might actually be better for
It might
them.
be an improvement if they're
Uh,
updating the website more than three times
yeah.
a month, for Christ's sake.
It is hard to imagine, though, like in this current landscape, an actual owner that would treat it like an actual publication rather than some venture capitalist thing being like, ooh, you have some data we can mine.
Right.
So,
Um, yeah.
yeah, I think it's a little bit hard to be optimistic, but certainly it's not going to. I think that where it is right now is not sustainable. So if Vox Media is not going to
Right.
invest in it, then it is better for them to sell it.
If they can sell it, they could just
Yeah.
shutter it. I hope they
Yeah.
don't. It's
Yeah.
weird. Like we live in this universe where it's very germane to everything we do and say, and people talk about it all the time, and so everyone's up in arms that it's not getting updated the way that it used to.
Hmm.
But like, so to me, you'd think it would be profitable at some level. Probably not staffing every single city that has an eater site is profitable, but like, what if it was just a bunch of freelancers like you and me, you know? What if there was no editor per se in every city, but there was a little team of freelancers and we made up for the editor that they apparently don't want to pay, you know? Something like that. I don't know if that's a good business model. I don't know how to make it more profitable to someone
Right.
who's going to be put out the money that they drop on it, but
Yeah, I think that's the challenge right now is figuring out what this type of media situation needs in order to be profitable. It's almost like I don't know, like we talk about new media and old media. It feels
yeah.
like a web-based media is kind of like medium media in terms of
Yeah.
the newness of it.
I keep hearing people saying that a subscriber-based model is the only way for small journalism to exist, but I just don't think people are going to pay for it.
I mean, yeah, because people
I
love a paywall so much, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't, I think we tried that. We've been doing that for 10, 15
yeah,
years and it's not working. But I
yeah,
keep seeing people say that, like, subscribe to my Substack. Like, as well-meaning as I am toward that writer, I'm probably not going to subscribe to your Substack. Like,
I was gonna say Substack already exists, so I feel like
yeah,
you don't have to subscribe to like a business when you can subscribe directly to a writer, which I would be like
yeah,
more likely to do than to just be
yeah,
like, oh cool, you just get to like decide who the writers are that I'm reading, and I subscribe to you. Like I'm just gonna skip the middleman and like because that way you're actually supporting like an individual person. Like the thing I think about
right,
Substack is so great is that like anybody can just be like, hey, I have something to say, and I think that people will like give me money to like be able to spend more time figuring out how to say it and how to like be more of a voice, and that just seems like kind of a pretty simple idea to me.
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean, just as a thought exercise, I was trying to brainstorm like who would buy Eater? Like who do I think would buy them? Or even if we're not talking about would, like who would I like to see buy them? And I don't know, even know if I have an answer for that in terms of
Like, I mean, it's grim out there, but like
yeah,
someone who owns newspapers, it's not looking nice for them either. Like McClatchy Media, like, no, I don't want McClatchy Media to own Eater, but I also want it to exist. That's the problem, even with restaurants on a micro scale. Like, would you rather not have this restaurant at all, or would you have it get bought and reopened by someone you don't really love? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that ethically.
Does it have to stay like national? Like why can't they just split it off into like Eater Seattle, Eater Portland, Eater
They
San
could.
Francisco, and
They
then
that
might. They
yeah, I
might.
mean
because
that
if it
to
was
me
just Eater Seattle, wouldn't it be much more realistic for like a group of journalists to be like, hey, let's start our own online publication called Eater Seattle, and it's already got like name recognition.
Hey, Mark, you want to buy Eater Seattle with me?
That's what I'm saying.
You too, Jeff. You're a journalist now. Oh my God.
yeah,
We'll offer him like, I don't know, $1,000,
yeah,
some
sure.
old jewelry, some
We'll
leftovers.
we'll bring in someone who has well, we need two other partners. One of the partners needs to be someone who has money, and the
Okay.
other partner needs to be someone who knows how to make it profitable.
Right.
Well, good news
I
is those are probably the same person. If they know how to make
perhaps.
something profitable, they probably have
Yeah.
money. So
Uh yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're left with if we don't have Eater at all.
Yeah,
We have I mean we have 3 people at Seattle Times, which is a lot. That's a wealth of food journalists, frankly, for
yeah,
Seattle.
and it's
And we
good
have
coverage.
Naomi.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're all good coverage, and like you said, Naomi at Seattle Met. Uh, I mean,
And then a million influencers who do it for
million.
free, essentially, or for very small amounts of money. So I can only hope. It could go it could go. I don't know what is going to happen in this movie. You know, I can't predict the ending, but I hope it's a happy ending. So,
Yeah.
shall we talk about what we ate? Did
talk about
anyone
what
eat
we ate.
anything? Let's hear from Jeff. Jeff, you've been quiet.
Well, I've been letting you guys do your thing. You guys
Do
are
your
always
Nisi thing.
so nice to hear you guys go back and forth. I ate at Musashi's yesterday in
Okay.
Wallingford, which
Yeah.
has always been one of my favorite sushi places. Certainly, like, I feel like there's like special occasion sushi places, and then there's like sushi places that you go that you just when you want sushi. And Musashi's is my favorite of those places for sure. There's just something about the actual fish that I feel like is better than other places for some reason. I don't know if they get it from a different place or if they're just better at handling it or like, whatever their deal is. But I fully endorse Musashi's in general. Their menu is really simple. They just have like a list of fish and they can either do like sashimi or nigiri. They've got a list of rolls. They've got like a couple different like entrees and soups, and that's like pretty much the deal. And we were just, like I said, we went to the show last night, so we just kind of stopped there before the show and had like a light dinner. Also their seaweed salad is absolutely the best.
Okay.
Like, for some reason, their seaweed salad is better than everybody else's. It's texturally better. The seasoning, not the seasoning, but like the dressing that they put it in, is more flavorful. They still serve you tea at all the tables, which I feel like we might have talked about this before, but like that's a big deal for me when I go to places like that and they have like the buckwheat tea.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to order octopus because that's like one thing that they have, and I definitely love different kinds of octopus dishes at sushi places or at Japanese places or whatever, like when it's like the spicy baby octopus and they do like the hand rolls or like whatever it is. I love it. I don't know why. I love the texture of it. But I didn't want to eat that or order it in front of my girlfriend because she loves octopus for their intelligence. She's one of those people that it's like, oh my god, they're so human, or they're so intelligent, or they're so, we shouldn't be eating them because it's less ethical to eat that than it is to eat other fish.
You've taken a great thinker from the world if you...
Yeah, exactly. So I looked at the menu and I was like, yeah, well, squid don't know shit. So I decided to eat squid instead.
They're not sensitive,
Yeah.
loving friends.
Yeah,
the squid.
they don't have anything going on up there. So.
They're monsters from maritime novels. Yeah.
Exactly. So I felt like, I was doing the world a favor by ordering squid.
You're helping.
In contrast. But I actually realized I don't think I'd ever had squid like that. Because I just had sashimi. Like, I didn't even want the rice. I just kind of wanted just something light and tasty. And I was really struck by, like, the texture and, like, the nature of, like, the oiliness of it. And I liked it. Like, I thought it was good. But it had, like, a stronger... I don't want to say it was, like, tough, but, like, it didn't, like, melt in your mouth the same way, like, other sushi might. And it was something that you had to kind of, like, chew and, like, break down, but, like, in a really enjoyable way for me. So, anyway, I can't recall if I've ever had it before, but it certainly felt like a new experience once I was in the act of eating it. I was like, oh, wow, this is a new thing.
You're describing things very beautifully today, including the concert that you went to and the meal that you had.
Oh,
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Musashi's is one of those places that I always like, and it's been around for at least 20 years, right? I think it's been...
Yeah. I've been going ever since I lived in Fremont. I think I've been going on a regular basis probably for like 6 years now.
I think it's been 5 years since I've been there, but it's a good example of a place that's great, that I love, that I just need to go back to. So
Also,
I'm glad to be
one
reminded
more
of
thing
it.
I'll say about it is that when you sit down there and eat, the posters they have on the wall, because there's like a whole wall with like flyers for like ongoing events, they are always so up to date. Like I swear to God, there wasn't like a single poster on there for an event that had already happened, unless it
Wow.
was like something that happened like a week ago.
Well, I think
I just respect
it's a
that so much.
company. It's a company that comes in and they do it at Nasai Teriyaki on the Ave, and they just come in every week and put up all the new
Oh,
flyers.
okay. Well, less impressive, but still, I
Yeah.
really appreciate
Yeah.
that touch because, like,
Yeah.
I love sitting there and watching or like reading all the posters.
Yeah, I
And,
do too.
Dusty and I will be
Yeah.
like, oh, like, what we had a friend that's going to go to that, or like, what if we went to that thing? So it's just always kind of a nice like source of conversation as well.
I
Yeah, I
think
like the idea of a sushi place where even the flyers are fresh.
they have to be. They can't be stale. Rotten old flyers. I think that I have to imagine that it's like they offer themselves as a location where this company can poster up the events. But I'm kind of wishing more restaurants would do that. I guess it's not classy for a fancy sit down place to do that, obviously, but like there could be more venues advertising, possibly for free. I assume it's for free for all
Yeah,
of
it's a
these
nice
cool
thing to do for
arts
your
events.
customers, for your
Yeah,
neighborhood. It's
yeah,
like that's what you're trying to do is build up everybody else. So,
yeah.
now I'm thinking about going to an opera or like, going to
Right.
some. There was like a Miss Pac-Man thing, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
is this
Scotty
like
Shoemaker's Miss Pac-Man.
Oh
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very funny. You
is
should
this
go
like
see that.
one woman show?
It's Scotty Shoemaker, who's a comedian.
Okay.
And years ago, my ex-boyfriend, who is Mark's friend as well, Simon, we did a video game themed theater festival where a bunch of people wrote a bunch of short plays that were based on video games. And one of the short plays was Scotty Shoemaker dressed up like Ms. Pac-Man, and she was like an old barfly who had all these, like tawdry tales to tell, and it was very, very funny. And so years later, I think Scott's been doing I think he's done 10 of them now. Like he's been doing it for years
Yeah.
and years. But he's in drag as Miss Pac-Man, and he's got the backup ghosts who are like
Yeah.
young ladies, I believe. Like,
It's so good. You should go for sure.
It's so
I can
funny.
picture it, and I feel like honestly, I might go now that you've told me
Yeah.
what it is. Because I was like making fun of it, like, oh, I wonder if that's what it is. Like that'd be hilarious if it was literally just like a drag show, and it was like this whole.
It is a
monologue
drag show,
about-
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll probably go then. That sounds
but
awesome.
Scott is a genius. Scott Shoemaker is a fucking genius. You should go. Now I want to go. I haven't been. That's another thing. It's like Musashi's. I haven't been to Ms. Pac-Man in a very
Yeah,
long
I
time.
wonder if he's still doing Brown Derby. You guys know about that?
Yeah, I don't remember. They moved it. I think it came back because when I was at the Stranger Genius Award meeting, when we were talking, Scott Shoemaker's name came up. Someone mentioned that Brown Derby is somewhere else now, obviously, because it's not at Rebar, because Rebar
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
there. But I don't remember where they're doing it now. So I
Yeah.
should look
So-
that up.
Brown Derby is stagings of movies. So
Yeah.
you would take a film script, adapt it for stage, and make it campy.
Mostly drag queens.
Usually
Yeah.
sort of a campy choice in the first place. Like I remember him doing The Craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But not faithfully
Yeah.
paraphrased. And it's all comedians. It's very funny. I saw them do the Little Mermaid once, and I fucking died laughing at the Rebar. So
But yeah, that's what I ate this week. What did you eat, Mark?
yeah, Mark.
Yeah, okay. I finally got to Ba and May, Lisa B's pop
Oh,
up
great, great, great.
Human People beer, and that's on Mondays. And I've been meaning to get over there for as long as she's started up, which I think started in January or something like that. It's I don't know. It bothers me when I have this really long intention like that. But I finally
It's
got
in
there.
Roosevelt.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not a far walk from the light rail station either. So it looks like it on maps, which I think was part of why it took me a while. I just felt
Okay.
like I had to have time to do it. And in any event, she has this dish there. It is a gluten-free soy and honey roasted chicken thigh and leg. And it is so incredibly juicy and delicious, and it's served with this green chili sauce that is like spicy and tangy, and is the kind of sauce that you start envisioning having in your life on a regular basis and putting on everything. And then also with Hawaiian purple potato sticky rice.
Ooh,
It is a beautiful dish.
wow.
I think about it a lot, and I think so today's Monday. I will probably be going there this evening. to
Every
get
Monday,
over there.
huh?
Except that she's also got a new menu out, so I'm probably gonna want to try something new too, and then be torn between like, do I get the new thing or the thing that I know is incredible and I crave all the time.
How was the skin on that chicken thigh? Because Steven made chicken thighs this weekend, and the skin was so like perfectly crispy,
Yeah.
bacony. Is that what
Uh-huh.
it was like?
Yep.
That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got so much flavor from the glaze. It just has that like really succulent kind of memorableness to it.
Good.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate the skin follow-up question.
Yeah.
That's an important detail.
I've been thinking about the skin. Steven just did like a gochujang type based marinade. He just made up a marinade. I'm like, what's in this? He's like, I don't fucking know. And he put it, in the fridge and then just stuck it. He made it in a toaster oven. He just put it in like a square brownie dish. But for whatever reason, the skin, like the chicken was perfectly juicy and lovely too, but the skin on a chicken thigh is so fucking elite. Like, it makes me not want to ever eat a chicken breast or any other kind of the chicken, part of the chicken. So when you said chicken thighs, I'm like, oh, Lisa B is such a genius. Another name that was mentioned in the prelim Stranger Genius Awards, that I know that she just styled it beautifully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that residence she's got there, it's only 1 day a week, but I think like, she's just really, really throwing down extra.
Right.
Like, I think her food's always been good, but she's hitting a new level there, I think.
Cool. Great.
And it's really cool to see.
The
And
consistency has got to help her.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's really hard for me to imagine doing pop-ups. Just
Yeah.
the shifting of space and resources. I personally can't imagine, so it blows me away that people can even do that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
no.
One time she did a pop up and her car got broken into and all the food was cold because she'd been dealing with that all morning and everyone was like, this food is cold. She's like, sorry, my window got smashed and it's my birthday. Horrible. So I'm glad she has a residency, a spot where she can like consistently plan.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure
rad.
that helps. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing, I feel like I talk about Lennox a lot. Maybe I don't know if that's just
I don't think you do. You can't talk about Linux enough.
yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah, I had brunch there, and the mofongo Benedict
Okay.
is bonkers good.
Yeah.
I think it's a fairly new item on the brunch menu.
Okay.
If people aren't going there, if people go to brunch but they aren't going to Lennox, like you're messing up. You
Fucked
gotta
up, yeah.
because that, especially the mofongo Benedict, it has mojo pork, and then it's on smashed plantains instead of an English muffin,
Okay.
which is elite in and of itself.
Yes.
And then it has this adobo seasoned hollandaise, so it's like got like a little more than an average hollandaise in terms of flavor. A little earthy
Yeah, that sounds
flavors to
great.
it. And then of course like the most perfect poached eggs ever. But that the flavor and juiciness of the pork is incredible, and it has like the kind of crispness you want to. Yeah, you want to see pork glisten, you know?
I feel like as beloved and celebrated as Linux is, it's still underrepresented. Like I don't understand why everyone isn't losing their mind over Linux all of the
Yes,
time.
yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a place that I think I'm always kind of expecting a line to get in whenever I go.
Yeah.
And then I am simultaneously delighted for myself that I can just get in, and then like annoyed that it's not more popular because
Yeah.
it really needs to be slammed. Like that's how good it is.
Jeff, do you know Linux in Belltown?
I'm looking it up right now because I'm one of those people that. Oh yeah, I've seen this storefront.
It's across the
Okay.
street from the Crocodile. It's Afro-Caribbean, New Yorican food.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
so
like
fucking good.
that's one of those. I'm guilty of meaning to go there and then not
Yeah.
going there. So sorry, Lennox.
You'll get there. It's still there. You can still go. Yeah. Is that it, Marco?
Yeah, I think the other like best, if I was going to do three best bites or three of my favorite bites in April,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the third would be the bluefin tuna tostada at La Marea, which I
Yeah.
think I talk about them a ton too. But
We've all talked about that specific dish
Yeah.
over the life of this podcast. So
that
I
was
love that.
Extremely memorable.
the bluefin tuna is new.
Okay, yeah, it used to
it's not
be
the
ahi.
Yeah, ahi.
Yeah,
It was ahi.
so they are breaking down a whole ass bluefin tuna now.
Wow.
and
It's like the
dry.
size of a dining table.
Yeah, they're dry aging it. It's like
Wow.
170 pounds, and whoo boy, it's good. And they've got like some slightly spicy mayonnaise with it, uh, nori, sesame seeds, some salsa matcha, which is that kind of like nutty, earthy, oily salsa to
It's
dress
like
it.
chili crisp kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a great mixture of flavors, and
Yeah.
that bluefin is velvety and one of the most. It has like its own sort of richness and textural delight to it. Um, yeah, so I think even though I feel like I'm constantly talking about La Maria, that has to,
Everyone is.
yeah,
Chef Taylor Cheney was talking about it last week too. So who can blame you? Like,
yeah.
you are both right to do this. It's the
Yeah.
correct thing to do. It's an amazing place.
There were also a lot of places I tried in April that didn't really
Yeah.
hit for me,
Yeah.
and
Yes, I agree. I had the same experience. So,
yeah.
are you done? Any more?
Um, yes.
Okay. I don't want to step on you. I'm excited to talk about my eating. I went to Gordo Steak with Matt Packmeyer from
Oh,
No Call
nice.
No Show. We just wanted to have a drink and talk about possibly putting a cookbook together.
Uh-huh.
But we didn't order any food. We just had drinks, which were nice. They were a little expensive. It's beautiful in there. It doesn't look like a place that's called Gordo Steak. Gordo Steak seems like it should be like Gordo Steak, belly bustin' beef parlor, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, right,
And it
right.
had like beautiful rattan lighting fixtures, and it
Yeah.
looked like Mexico City all the way. Like, gorgeous, beautiful spot. They had a few mezcal cocktails. I got something with like gin and Campari. It was nice.
Yeah, nice. Very curious
And the
about that.
reason I didn't want to eat anything is because I had just gone to Federal Way with Jackie Variano from Seattle Times, and we went to a place called Halga Tiok, which is Korean, and it's a giant chain in South Korea with like 100 stores, but now they have a couple in the U.S. And their thing is tteokbokki, of course, which is, people call it rice cakes. For anyone who doesn't know what tteokbokki is, I
Yeah.
would liken it to like a rice-based gnocchi, and not a rice cake. To me, is the thing from the '80s that we thought was healthy, like
Yes,
a puffed rice
right. Yeah.
patty, right?
Yeah. If you're uninitiated and seeing the word rice cake,
Very
you might
confusing.
have a different expectation of what you're going to get.
Poorly written. And it's like gnocchi, but rice based. And then it's a chewy little, it's actually kind of a tube,
Yeah, it's
a
like a
chewy little
cylinder.
dumpling that they put in a shitload of sauce, and you sop it up. You sop up the sauce. Halga duck, I think I'm saying that right. Their main signature dish is called the grandma style, which is just the classic tteokbokki, which is gochujang sauce. They do an egg. You can get small tteokbokki, medium tteokbokki, or the gigantic ones that they had at Cafe Remix, like huge monster dumplings, and then you have to like figure out how you're gonna eat it. And then they have a bunch of things you can add. You can add bok choy. You can add milty cheese. You can add, I think they had 8 or 10 different little additions. You can add ramen because there's going to be extra sauce, right? So you can add
Oh, yeah.
ramen to your rice dumplings. And so they also had a rose tteokbokki, which is like a creamier version of the gochujang one, which I love. I love a rose pink tteokbokki sauce. So I got that one. And we added the melty cheese. We added sausage. There were sort of like little mini kielbasa sausages sliced up, and that was nice. I will say, Jackie was like, "This egg is like a 19-minute egg." Like, it was sort of boiled into oblivion. And we cut the egg in half because we each wanted to bite, and it was like gray yolk egg. So,
You had to sprinkle the yolk out.
yeah, we had to spirit the egg away from the dish.
Mm,
Yeah, and I think it comes standard with the tteokbokki, so you would have to ask for no egg,
yeah.
or ask them to make some new ones. Maybe it was a one-time thing. There was an egg in both dishes, and they were both like grayscale egg. but but the roast tteokbokki was delicious, to the point where I was like, I can't eat anymore, but I do want to order some ramen because I don't want this beautiful sauce to go to waste, because they give you a ton of sauce. So, although it was a chain, I enjoyed Halgadak. And then we also went to Island Pacific Seafood Market, which is a Filipino supermarket with a huge food court.
Oh, nice.
And they had the lechon, quali lechon, kind of like a chicharron pork belly thing. You could buy it by the pound. They had basically just like fried fish. They had pancit. They had lumpia. And you got a tray. This is just one of the stalls. They had a bunch of different little. They had a coffee stall. They had a bakery, Filipino bakery, and we ordered a bunch of different stuff. I liked the lumpia. The the lechon was a little bit room temp. I think we didn't get a fresh batch, but you could use like a chicharron. I was gonna told Jackie she should take it home and chop it up and make tacos like a chicharron at the Mexican supermarket. It was pretty good, and then we walked around and looked at all that. They had a lot of different kinds of corned beef. They had, the Filipino supermarket. It was big. So I enjoyed that. I would like to go back to Island Pacific and try some of the other stalls. There were a bunch of them. And then we went to Fearn and saw Jeff, who was slammed, and talked to Matt Packmeyer, and I went and talked to the bartender, and he made us a pretty interesting cocktail that the Love Battery.
Yeah, that's on our menu. I think
Yeah.
Ty was serving you. Was he like
Yeah, it was Ty.
ponytail tattoos? Yeah.
Yeah, his name was Ty.
He's really good at making up drinks. I think he has a couple that are on the menu right now, but just in general, like whenever I ring in something where it's like, okay, you have to be creative right now, like he's always my favorite bartender to give that to.
He made us some little shots, and I don't remember what was in them, but they were good. They were sweet.
Yeah.
I remember that. I wish I had written it down. I was like 4 in by then.
Yeah, but the Love Battery, that means you have it written down. I don't have to say
I
it
am
down.
trying to remember off the top of my head, but you'll know better than me, right?
Yeah, so it's a fig root infused mezcal. I believe that it's Lillet Blanc, and then it's like a lime and mango thing. So I think I'm missing an ingredient in there, which is bad because I sell it. But it's dry, and it's, there's a lot of complexity with like the infusion. I love that there's like a little bit of fortified in there with the Lillet, but then it's like juicy because of the mango. So I think it just has like a lot of like different, like it's a big breadth of flavor. Like you get the juiciness from the mango, but it's also like a really complex, like almost spirit forward drink otherwise.
I thought it was interesting that it was fig root infused and not fig infused. Like I didn't know anything about the root of the tree, and that was sort of a change up. It had almost like I don't want to say soapy because that sounds disgusting, but like a thicker consistency to it than I expected.
Oh, that's the one thing I'm missing. Yeah, it's got kefir in it. Like
That's it.
Like the yogurt drink.
That's it.
There's just a quarter ounce of like that little kefir in it.
Right. It's
which
got
I
a
think is fun,
creaminess
too.
to it. Yeah. Yeah, we really liked it. And it came in beautiful glassware. Fearn is lovely. It's pricey, and I think there's a unseen barrier to entry because when you walk in, several times I've mentioned Fearn, and people have been like, I thought it was called Salt Harvest because they don't know there's a bar on the top.
Yeah.
You have to know to ask the concierge if they'll key card you into the rooftop bar. So I think a lot of people just don't understand. Like they think they need to be staying at the hotel or something to go up to Fearn. But it's beautiful, and it was a lovely day. I'm trying to remember. We each got something else too. I think I just got a cider or something like that. But it was a perfect day to.
Well, I think I noticed one of you guys had the Dr. Bird drink, the break in case of emergency.
Yeah, that's what Matt got.
Yeah, that one's got like a little bit of Malort in it, and then Dimmy, I think, is also in that one.
Yeah, and we didn't know what Dimmy was, Dimmi, and we had the guy pull the bottle out, and we were like taking pictures of it, and I had never seen it before.
Yeah, the first time I came across that is when we had somebody from Europe doing Seattle Cocktail Week at Stampede. I think it's a pretty popular ingredient in the UK. It's like a melon liqueur. I feel like it's not that different from Midori. I don't think it's as sweet. Like I think you still kind of need to like add something else sweet to the cocktail if you want to balance it. But it's a melon liqueur, and I think that's why people like it. It's not just like a bomb of sugar as well.
Yeah, Matt liked it. I think I didn't remember to take a sip of his, but they were both beautiful as well. Do you have any cocktails that are your invention on that menu?
No, although I did get behind the bar for the first time this weekend, just in like a support capacity, but it kind of made me realize that I really like being back there, and I think I'm going to kind of pursue stepping off the floor and being more behind the bar in the future, because I kind of miss doing that. And I've taken a lot of pride in doing that in the past, like whether it's making drinks and being creative or just straight up being like an efficient bartender. Like it was hard for me to step away from bartending because I thought that I was doing it because I was like, oh, I don't drink anymore, so it's hard for me to like be passionate about this. But I kind of realized last weekend that it's like, no, I just love being like organized and fast. So it's like that's kind of the part of it that it's like bartending really demands both of those things from you. So I'm kind of looking forward to being more of an asset to the bar team there than I have been before.
Nice. Yeah, it's a lovely place to hang out, especially it's the season for it. Yeah. Sorry, that doesn't help you if you're already slammed to tell more people to go there.
I was going to say, I don't think we need it to be any more seamless for people to get up there because they seem to find their way up there just
right. That's true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Run, don't walk to Seattle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the hottest new rooftop bar.
Yeah.
It's a hidden gem. Christ's sake.
It's a hidden gem that does over $20,000 on the weekends.
Yeah, exactly.
Tucked away on the roof of.
Yeah, nestled between. What was I going to say? Something insightful. I don't remember. I lost it. Anything else before we wrap up? We're a little bit over. We're at an hour and 17. Any other thoughts?
Man, I was really looking for you to land the plane there with something insightful.
It was funny too. It's really high quality.
Sounds like it
observational comedy.
It's like that Tenacious D song. The oh, now I can't remember the name.
Yeah. It's viral.
Yeah.
Next week we have Connor Kaysen from Find Me in Seattle.
Oh, nice.
But I just realized that Steven booked a plane ticket. He has a new grandchild. And so we have to fly down to the Bay. So I think I have to cancel. I think I have to punt that. And then, Jeff, you had the folks from Cardoon booked for the same day. So we're double booked on a day that I can't make it.
So you're like triple booked, basically.
I'm triple booked.
Wow.
I thought we were going Friday to Sunday, but we're going Saturday to Monday. So,
well, hopefully you can reschedule, Connor. Because we talk a lot of shit on influencers, but I have this thing where I do this with hiking too. Like if I can enjoy a walk in the woods and beautiful scenery, and I love it, and I would never call it hiking. If I don't like it, I call it hiking.
Right.
And so,
that's what influencers are. And
people who just like take a phone and like don't really take the time to know anything about the thing they're recording a reel about, that's an influencer to me. But people like Connor and like Erica Taste Test and like Michael Wong and Dylan Eats Everything and plus others, like they take the time to learn about the thing they're recording about, and it's essentially, I mean, I kind of see them more as like video journalists in a way.
They're journalists, for sure. Absolutely. I agree. I want to talk to all of these people. Also, Jeff, like, hypothetically, you could host without me. I would like to talk to Connor. I don't know the Cardoon folks and would love to meet them, but if you can't reschedule that for some reason, you could do a solo.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I mean, I want to make sure that we just get all the people on eventually.
Yeah.
And I'm humbled that people want to come and talk to us. It's really cool, especially, all these restaurant owners that it seems like, I don't know. I've had a good time so far meeting all these people, and I've been inspired by their stories and everything. So, yeah.
So far, so good. I think we're 12 in. I've got like 5 or 6 people on deck who I haven't scheduled yet. Most of them are white straight men. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a white straight man, but I'm looking for a little more diversity, so I'm trying to sprinkle them like sesame seeds throughout the dish.
It's a regular old MJ Lenderman concert in here.
That's right. I have a surplus of sesame seeds right now. The dish can't be all sesame seeds, so...
Yeah. Sorry to not be able to help there.
No, it's all right. Like, that's Eoval, that's the world. It's Beoval who wants to be on podcasts. And Seaval, it's the restaurant industry in Seattle. Yeah. So, like, it's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just like, can we have some women, maybe? Some femmes? I don't know.
Some femmes?
We've got a couple. So, I guess we can call it. I'll let you have your day back. Let's all go to, where the fuck did we say we were going to go? I already forgot.
I know, me too. Where
are we going to go?
Where's my brain today?
Lennox.
I
said I was going to go to Lennox. That's
you got to go to Lennox.
I'll go to Lennox any day, but we wanted to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I feel like there was a place that was new to both of us, too.
Listeners know, but we don't know.
Yeah.
It was a new one.
We'll know when we rehear this episode. We're like, oh, yeah.
For Christ's sake, it's gone now. That's why I had to read my own article to people on the air. Don't remember. All right, guys.